The Yearsley Group was established in 1955 and is the UK's largest cold storage distribution provider. They have 13 sites nationally and employ over 1,200 people, making them a key company within their own industry and complementary industries. Due to SolarChoice's acclaimed reputation, the Yearsley Group entrusted them with the prestigious task of installing solar panels at their sites in Chesterfield and Heywood. A massive 100,000 square foot of roof space to be covered. To prove the performance, a 16-panel 4 kilowatt test system was installed and monitored. After the success of this test site, SolarChoice was commissioned to provide the largest installation of this type in the UK. Each site has 1,580 panels across 2,500 metres squared, producing 379.2 kilowatt power per annum. Each system will save over £20,000 per year. These savings will increase as energy prices rise. Over 170 tonnes of CO2 saved per system per annum. The system will generate 10% of each site's electricity usage. With the feed-in tariff paying out over 25 years, there is a very good return on investment for the business, reducing the group's reliance on the national grid, with significant marketing and PR benefits for a green company, a substantial part of Yearsley's initiative to increase the energy generated from renewable sources by 2015.
They chose SolarChoice because we put a lot of time and effort and we went quite a long way down the road together to explore the viability of not just this site but the group as a whole across all the 13 depots, and desktop studies were done on all of them to see which were the most viable sites, along with the test site, so they were able to monitor that as well. They were also able to see our workmanship, the kind of levels that we work to. And all those variables put together put us in good stead really, and in the end made us a worthy installer for Harry Yearsley.
Obviously from day one on site, the first part of the install was to get the rails actually laid out and fixed to the roof. Approximately we've got 3,500 metres of rail, so that was the first stage. Obviously once the railing was complete, then we had the cabling to install, which is approximately 12,000 metres of cable. Once that process was complete, then it was onto the panels. Obviously just short of 1,600, so that was it. Then once the panels were all in and tested, we just had the connecting up to do. The customers have been great, they've been really helpful. We had a briefing beforehand just to obviously make sure that we were covered on their health and safety, and we knew where we needed to be going and where we didn't. And they've just been as helpful as possible. They've kept out of the way, give us help when needed, and just been there if and when. So yeah, we couldn't have asked for better customers, to be fair.
We chose solar because our customers have been looking at more green energy over a period of time, and it's something we had to get involved with. We're looking to be as carbon neutral as possible, and we were looking at wind energy to start off with, but we couldn't get that on every site because of planning constraints. We've got 12 depots nationally, there's about 3 that could get wind, so we looked at solar to give us our energy needs. It's ever rising cost and we need to restrict that.
Well, what I envisaged really was there'd be a lot of disruption to the site with having so many people on site working on our premises, vehicles coming in which would stop us working, but it's been totally the opposite. The only thing that we have had is the scaffolding tower was stood on, otherwise you wouldn't even know they're here, to be honest with you.
Working at height is always an issue for health and safety, but once I'd discussed it with AJ and his health and safety team, I was pretty satisfied that they knew what they were doing.
At present we've got no regrets about installing solar panels. It's very early on. We did have a test kit for a period of about 3 months, just as part of our due diligence process. Probably the only regret is that we didn't start earlier in the process.
SolarChoice made it less strenuous because everything that we discussed beforehand they were able to put into written format via safe systems of work and risk assessments, which were delivered to me pretty much straight away and gave me a lot of time to look over before they actually commenced the project, which was on a tight time frame anyway. So yeah, I was more than happy once we got all the paperwork in place.
We chose Solar Choice through a recommendation. It came from a friend of mine. I was discussing with him about green energy, and I was mainly looking at wind energy at that time. He sold me on the idea of solar. He mentioned Solar Choice, who he'd known of, and they're a local company. We do like to deal with local companies. So they came in, they sold us a concept, and we put a test kit on site here at Heywood, which proved the concept. And then Solar Choice delivered the project that they said they would deliver. So it's worked out perfect for us, and we've got a project that works.
When we was awarded the contract, I felt extremely proud. It was a privilege to have a company like the Easley Group put trust and faith in ourselves to be able to see a project like this through from start to finish. And it's the result of all the hard work and dedication from the team to make Solar Choice a success.
Choose Solar Choice to provide real economic and environmental benefits to your business. Contact a member of the sales team on 0800 028 3241. Solar Choice, Renewable Energy Systems.